Hey, Father Taylor here on a rather brisk and windy January 2nd. It's Thursday, and it's your first EBlast of 2025. Wasn't there a song about that? In the year 25. Anyway, that goes way back to like 1965, I think. So anyway, so here's what's coming up. First of all, this Sunday, if the Epiphany, revealing. It's God revealing, which is where we derive the word epiphany, like we suddenly saw the light. And this is all done through Jesus. A light not just to how God has worked historically through his people, Israel, but now unfolding for the whole world for Gentiles like you and me. And so God unfolding the light, what does that mean? And what does that mean right now in a week where we've had bombings and terrible events right here in our own country? And for all the stuff, turbulence in Europe, whether it's economics or Ukraine or political, what does it mean that God has done this thing? And is it relevant for right now? And how does that connect with you? So that's what we're talking about on Sunday. But I also want to call your attention to coming up, and that is on the 12th, we were the first church to inaugurate Scholarship Sunday. That's the AEP, the Africa Education Partnership. And you guys have just done an amazing job on generosity, which has had such a huge impact. I mean, I only wish we could be there to see the impact of one kid going to school for 1 year with this scholarship and what that covers, let alone a whole group of kids and what that means for their teachers and the school. This is one of those things where it just continues to snowball in its effect for good. Wow. So in the midst of a difficult week, and on the 12th, we're going to invite you to do something good, which can have a snowballing effect for kids in Nigeria. Interesting enough, I just realized that in our family, we have two doctors who their initial training came out of Nigeria. One is a native-born Nigerian, one's an immigrant to Nigeria. But like the impact of education on kids in the cities is one thing. If we're bringing kids who wouldn't have had a shot at anything, giving them an education. So that's January 12th. So be focusing on that. Okay, coming up this Friday, we're back to doing The Chosen. That's our movie with popcorn and the whole thing, pizza, and that is at 6:15. We have a regular group of people that resumes this Friday, and we're also the Knit Pray Crochet group that's coming up also on January 12th. So check out the announcements. We have a lot of good things just getting ready to go. We're not quite ready to start up our Breakfast Alpha program again, but we'll do that in another week. But we'll still have some type of refreshments and things for people to get together. And so we're still kind of connected. Thank you to everyone who was able to give to Bishop Dogo. I do not have a full total yet, but we did way above the $1,000. I was hoping, I think we might have done close to 3 times. But I'll get that information. And thank you for your generosity in that. About a year and a half ago, he asked me if I would work together with him to build a church, actually physically come up with a building for a group that they meet. They have no place to meet, very rural. And I said, well, how much does it cost? When we first talked about it, I should have written a check on that day, because at the rate of inflation, that $3,000 became $8,000. But we're going in about $3,000 here. Maybe we'll open up a program for a building. We'll call it Trinity East, Trinity Church Cothinchon or something like that. But anyway, but we'll talk about that later. So great. Thank you so much for your participation. We had a lot of guests. Oh, so many guests over the Christmas, between lessons and carols, our Christmas in the village, the Christmas Eve services. Just a really fantastic turnout. Great celebrations of worship, which is at the center of our lives. So anyway, God bless you. Take a look at the announcements as they appear in the EBlast. Think about who you might be a light of the world for, and invite a friend to church. Thank you, guys.